Mexico City. With its population of 20 million, it is synonymous with traffic-congested streets. Even so, Audi decided to come here to make a TV ad. Because 80 miles out at Tulancingo, there's still a historic racetrack. And that's where the shooting of the spectacular commercial for the new Audi R8 took place. Anyone would think we were in Hollywood.
We've come to Mexico because the conditions are right. Availability of a racetrack, reliable weather, value for money. And as for technology and personnel, such as the camera crew, we knew Mexico delivers just what we need for this kind of challenge. So it was a relatively easy decision to come here.
Und von daher war es relativ einfach, sich für Mexiko zu entscheiden.
The ad for the new Audi R8 makes a journey in time, from the 1930s to the early 21st century.
It's a little bit like some of the rusty metal parts, which, you know, perhaps they're the ones that we should...
A challenge for the producer and everyone involved, because they have to bring a long-gone age back to life.
Fantastic. I have to build 4 speakers. I try to give the 30s look like.
The R8, yeah, I like it.
The most important thing is to do the hair, because the hair gives the period, especially in these periods, 30s, 40s, 50s.
Probably about 1500, 2000 maybe, and they're all kind of from the 30s, they're real. I went to Warner Brothers Studios and spent 3 days in there just pulling, and then spent a day packing them, 10 massive boxes.
An army of extras not only needed to be equipped with the right clothes, they also have to make the right impression on film.
Okay, folks, let's get ready for a rehearsal. Camera, action!
Okay, cut it for a moment.
Apart from the car itself, the props are very important in this film because the time travel through 4 motoring periods has to be simulated by means of the costumes and the set.
This transition is also in the architecture of the bridge. You can see, like, I mean, there's it's also concrete that is more from the 50s, and the stone that is 30. So I'm also mixing some materials too for our transition between 30s and 50s over there. We decided in 3 days, and that's what you have here. Just 3 days of full construction, and that's our bridge, no? How can you really get into so much periods in very small time for telling the story? No? I think that's the challenge of this movie, and I hope we can really get into that. No?
In the director's seat is Lynn Fox, who earned recognition with the award-winning video clip Oceania for pop singer Björk. But unlike the name suggests, Lynn Fox is not just one person. It is a trio of filmmakers.
The one other advantage of being a 3, particularly on this shoot, is one of us would be operating a camera at one side of the set while the others were directing the camera on the main unit in order to achieve the shortest amount of time.
And I think in idea stage, it's best to have as many knowledge, as many informations and little different quirk you can throw into it, then we can filter and filter and filter that to a point where we all commonly agree upon that we're all happy with. But before then, you should really exhaust every single possibility, every single idea you have.
It's great. Yeah, it's great for the creative process at the beginning because you can always bounce ideas off each other.
We had a research going through a lot of picture indexes and stock film material, and really trying to kind of find out what is characteristic about certain areas and what is the kind of the feeling like on a racetrack during that kind of era.
Like my mama.
Even though there are over 1,000 extras playing the part of the race fans, it's not nearly enough. In the final film, the vast crowds were simulated using special effects.
So what I'll be doing with them is taking pictures of them, every single one of them, in their period costumes, and giving that to a CGI department. They then map the textures of these people in all their clothes onto little CGI characters, make huge crowds, and we'll track them into these shots and make it feel like it's a big, big, big atmosphere.
4 days of filming, 16 historic cars, a crew of 100, 1,050 extras, 5,000 original costumes, 10,000 meters of film, and 750 hours of editing. All for a 45-second commercial that takes a journey through 70 years of motor racing history.
In 1934, we set a new standard for racing cars, the mid-engine. Later, we revolutionized motorsport once again with our light aluminium construction. In the late 70s, Quattro marked the beginning of a new racing era. In 2001, our FSI technology proved to be unbeatable in Le Mans. We have spent 70 years preparing for this start. The Audi R8, born of powerful ideas.